Hi guys, this is Experimental Science Face 9, the podcast that will talk about work experience, upcoming book release, research, experiments, and more to come. I would like to thank J.M. McKee, Jasper Kim, Jamarius Borden, Brandon Stevens, Ishmael Ferreira, Kahi Victor, Advanced Body Systems, Aaron Doster, Blaine Gunnels, Marley Scoggins, John Christian Oglesby, Morris, Millie Ryder, Lindsay Pitts, Savannah Grace Eakin, Clara Ann Hughes, Emmy Kearns, Lily Espy, Jet State Panelists, Wardy, Zeta Alpha, Phi Mu, Alpha Z Delta, Alpha Long Crumb Pi, Delta Zeta, Zeta Psi Chapter, Zeta Alpha, Kappa Sigma, Chapter of Phi Mu, and the Marching Ballerinas. So let's explore the unknown, and expect the unexpected. Alright, here's the bottom for questions, comments, and concerns with my information. Alright. This is a major update for my viewers. I'm about to try a little something different. Note, this is a pre-recorded of today's and tonight's podcast. Mainly due to schedule conflicts with work and other factors. So, I'm going to try pre-record it. Episodes of the podcast for future phases. Plus, I think it will work out since I won't be able to rush and I'll be ahead of schedule. No, this took me 4 hours to complete. Alright, so now we're about to do a recap of Phase 8. Alright, so yeah, mainly I was talking about my travels, recap of Phase 7, symposium, and a season finale, which was back in May with the spring break and experiments, plus demonstration with the robot with radar sat for soul degradation. That was my symposium project. Plus, I talked about travels back in December of 2024. Yeah. Now I'm about to talk about plans, which will still be the same with work experience, research, experiments, upcoming book release. It's been a back burner due to scheduling conflicts, trying to get copyrighted, and more to come. Another would be haven't pre-recorded on days that I don't have work since. To be fair, it's a moral ambiguity, which that's life. You have to keep pushing forward. I'm being honest and tactful instead humble and prideful about it. This is my opinion. But yeah, I will still be on, But at the moment, it will be pre-recorded so I can get my rest and handle everything else. It'll have to be Friday, Saturday after I get off work. That's part of the plans for Experimental Science Phase 9, and other would include talking about the Anycubic Cobra S3, which will be the second episode. Episode 3 would be mainly the physical science with chemistry and physics. And the finale would be projects. Plus, I'll also talk about serious topics as well. And the serious topic that I'm going to talk about is standing up for yourself and don't let people dictate, take advantage, or piss you off. Yeah, so Thursday, I finally started to stand up for myself in a common professional way. Basically dealt with one of my co-workers BS, mainly, which I'm not going to mention all details. But I finally started to stand up for myself without relying on emotional hijacking. Yeah, I had it before, which I'm not proud of it. And devastated. And was devastated. Plus, I broke down crying when I got off the clock. But hey, I gotta move forward and try my best to rely on logic. Because I'm a man of science and I have to rely on creativity and logic. And another thing or two would be don't let people dictate what you do, because we have to make our own choices. And with our choices, there are actions and consequences, and we have to live with them. It's basically free will or being taken advantage of. And I chose free will instead of being taken advantage of. And taking advantage of is also a factor because, one, I was a victim of it, which don't get me wrong, it's immoral and destructive. Two, it can hold you back. And three, we have to start making our own decisions for ourselves instead of people telling us to do this or that repeatedly. In other words, we gotta learn how to say no, because no means no. And finally, people pissing you off. Ignore it, be the bigger person, and don't let them. Because even though it's hard, from time to time, we have to overcome it. Because overcoming adversity and dealing with other people's BS and illogical tendencies will make us stronger and evolve. Like the radio host Theo Mitsuhira said, no color lines. The reason why he mentioned no color lines is to break the injustice of what's going on throughout race and other factors. Which Theo Mitsuhira was a radio host in the 90s in California, which he's good friends with Ice Cube, DJ Quick, KD. And he has an appearance in Moesha. Which I learn more about Theo Mitsuhira. Who else? Already got the serious topics. Now I'm about to do a demonstration with the puzzle. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be quick with it. And also the Slinky, which is popular with the wavelengths, oscillating back and forth, amplitudes, frequency, notes, anti-notes, force-powered, kind of like Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. And without change, there is no victory. That's a quote from the Bell to Megatron and Tigerhawk commercial. Alright, so already got the demonstration set. And now I'm about to end with a conclusion, which next episode will be on the Anycubic Cobra S3 Combo 3D printer, which will air either June 23rd or 29th. Fair winds and cease recording.